All right, so I just want everyone to know the reason we are recording 20 minutes after the scheduled time is because Ryan decided that he wanted to redo his setup 5 minutes before we decided to record. And now I could understand if he was, I don't know, Tracy, who this is only her second episode on the podcast. But no, he's one of the founding people.
I'm one of the founding fathers.
Hey, let me just preface. I pulled into my garage at 12:55, walked upstairs, and I was in the call before Caleb.
Look, I was the first person in the call.
Ryan's an overachiever, but an underachiever at the same time.
I was the first person in the call, but I spent the entire time tinkering with my camera. But now it's done. Now
I was able to park my car, close my garage, lock it all up, and walk upstairs.
Here in
and
my
get
garage,
here before Caleb even decided to get into the call.
Brand new Lamborghini here, fun to drive up on the Hollywood
Actually,
Hills.
no. I got 2 cars in my single car garage.
Yeah, it looks like
double stuff.
Looks like Ryan after a very fun night, if you know what I'm saying.
No, here let me post a photo in the podcast.
It's like
chat,
Kyle with his
just so we can get an
cup.
idea of it.
Kyle
Don't be
drinks
posting this on the podcast.
Kyle drinks out of the bussies.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
You made the joke before the.
Yeah, dude, I got bussies. What's this thing called?
Good Lord. All right, so this is already off the rails. I was just trying to take a dig at Ryan like we always do, but of course his kind of kicked into overdrive. So yeah,
I got 80 of them.
We're just gonna go with it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 33rd episode of the Joystick Junkies podcast. As always, I am Caleb. I am the editor-in-chief of an extraordinary life.online. Don't look up the website. We haven't updated it in months. And we have Kyle.
Hi. That's all you get from me.
All right, nice talk, nice talk. We have Tracy.
Hello.
And Ryan.
Yeah, as sometimes this is Ryan here.
Speaking of Ryan, when are you going to upload a video?
Oh, shots fired.
I said that I'm quitting YouTube temporarily.
Blake stare into a monitor, just SpongeBob blinking sound effect.
Look, the dial-up had to kick in there for a second.
He just had to reboot himself. It's like his power went out.
I have some ideas. Dude, my power did go out this morning for like almost an hour, and I was afraid because like I have some I was working on a project.
Extracurricular.
No, I was working on a project on my computer. The UPS that I have saved it because I left it open last night. I was going to keep working on it this morning, and then the power went out. I'm like, oh shit, my 13-page paper that I forgot to save. Oh no, but UPS came in clutch.
Yep. See, going back to the Google conversation on why I pay them $70 a year, it auto saves every time you hit the space bar. So
my university doesn't like Google Docs. I have to use Microsoft Word.
You can export as a Word document though.
That is true. That is true.
I've always used Google.
Suck it!
Whenever they say we need it in PDF format, we need it in Word format or PowerPoint,
I love how
I'll do it in
easily we get
Google
off
and then
topic.
just export it.
yeah.
Well, this is computer related.
So our first major topic is kind of a creepy one, but it is completely tech related. I'm going to let Tracy knock it off the board because she seems really excited about this for some creepy reason.
Well, I just find it interesting, but it came up because of the Buc-ee's Cup.
Oh yeah, this guy.
So one of the co-founders' son, what's his name? I think it's Michael something or other.
Michael Buc-ee's.
Mitchell Wask. He got
allegedly.
So loud.
For allegedly.
Allegedly.
For allegedly having
English.
hidden recording devices in his bedroom and bathroom when he invited some women over to his place.
Please tell me he at least got R. Kelly creative and put one in the toilet.
I can't tell you that, but it was in one of like the outlet ports. One of them was a hidden camera, allegedly.
Nice.
I know there's
Outlet?
a big, yeah. They make fake outlets where the screw hole is like a matte finish on the outside. That way, it looks like a screw hole, but it's actually transparent enough for a camera lens to look through it.
I'm gonna just drop this in the podcast chat so y'all can read it.
But yeah, that's happening a lot more and more with Airbnbs. They're having two-way
Yeah.
mirrors with a camera behind them. They have smoke detectors with cameras on them. It's really creepy.
Well,
you know?
It really is.
I can kind of not justify putting one in the bedroom or the bathroom, but like if you have an Airbnb, you want to know whether or not somebody's destroying your property. And as the person who's hosting that, you should have the right to know if somebody trashed your place, and you should have
Yeah.
the ability to prove it.
Yes,
Well,
but
the
at
ability
the
to
same
prove it
time,
I have
is
cameras in my
before
apartment,
renting
but
the
I-
place, take a picture of the state of it, and then after you rent the place, go back in and take pictures of the state of it, and say it wasn't like that before the people were here. So clearly,
Yeah, but then they could also argue somebody else came in and did it, unless there's
Yeah.
definitive proof that they did. That's the problem.
if they have allowed someone else to enter the establishment while renting it out under their name, it is
It's still their fault.
liability.
What if they didn't allow it?
Then they wouldn't have had access.
Somebody could have broke in.
Well, if there were signs of a break-in, that's another topic.
Yeah.
but
Or they could have broken
mean-
the window themselves. That's the thing. There's too many what ifs in that situation. But like with
So-
my apartment, I have a camera at my front door and a camera in my living room and a camera in here. But I don't have one in my bedroom or my bathroom because that's weird.
Yeah.
what I can say though is, I'm sure most of these Airbnbs do have, like, for Ryan's purpose, for instance, where it's specifically to catch anybody breaking things or anything like that. It's in the document that they sign whenever they rent the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Hey, I have cameras. This is what it's for. They're not in this room, or this room. It is video only, no audio. You know, I'm sure that exists.
Yeah.
But to Tracy's point, and to my point with the hidden cameras, like in the smoke detectors and everything, I doubt that that's in any documentation that those exist.
Yeah. And
Most of the time, if you have some in the bedrooms or if you have some in the bathrooms, it's usually for nefarious purposes.
yeah. And then also I want to preface that the cameras that I would put in an Airbnb would be very, very, very obvious. You would know that there's a camera right there. I wouldn't
Well,
try
I've-
to hide it.
There's a
Hiding
I've
is
stayed
weird.
at one before that had cameras in the living room.
And that's fine. I
and-
mean, it's their property.
Yeah, it was prefaced in the agreement that, hey, we do have a camera. It only views this portion, and it's the entryway to make sure that the person who got the Airbnb is the person entering.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And no audio, video only, and it's just doorway.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. I was fine with it.
So it's like when they say like you can't invite like a party of people over. They know if like 5 more people entered the establishment after you did. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Like I have a camera right there. You can see the little white cable that goes up to it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speculation time. Tracy, what do you
Uh-oh.
think he was using those for?
Oh, he was definitely right.
Allegedly using them for.
Allegedly, he was probably using them to watch back any times that he may have had.
Oh, so
intimacy.
what you're saying is he's pulling a Dennis Reynolds.
I don't know.
Who's Dennis Reynolds?
Yeah, Caleb's pulling quotes out of here that I don't even fucking know.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I haven't seen the show.
Okay, so Dennis Reynolds is one of the main characters of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And what he does is he has a camera in his bedroom. And every time he has sexual relations with someone, it's always on and he films it. And he has an entire chest of drawers full of DVDs that he's burned from all of these encounters.
Burning DV. Ew.
Damn.
Oh gosh.
So it's some
What is this?
Quagmire level shit.
2004? Yeah, Quag.
so long since I've heard the term burning a DVD.
Damn. When was the last time I had a CD-ROM?
Y'all realize that
My
a lot of
first
the people,
computer, and that was it?
Solely
a lot of
so
the
I can
people in
play
elementary school
Black
right
and
now-
White 2.
don't even know what DVDs are at this point. Like we're going to be our parents like, y'all don't know what a VHS is? Like that's about to happen to us in the next like 10 years.
Dude, I brought a laser disc to work last week and everyone's like, what the fuck is that?
What did you just bring in here?
I don't even know.
They're like, is that a vinyl?
Recore.
If you Ryan, do you know what a laser disc is?
I don't think I do.
Imagine a DVD the size of
a vinyl. Yeah.
That's just obnoxious.
No, it's actually really cool.
Yeah, it had more quality in it than DVDs could at the time. And I think they stopped manufacturing whenever Blu-rays came out.
Yeah, Blu-ray kind of took over the market, but oh my god, just the technology that was put in place for Laserdisc, like the auto flip reader.
Well,
where
that was only on like very high end.
Oh yeah, but still, or the one that had the Sega Genesis built into it.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
but no,
I have a very vivid memory of like CDs getting stuck. Frisbee. Like you would be listening to a song and then it would keep skipping like the same part of the song over and over and over and over and over again because the CD got stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, the head got stuck and it doesn't know what to do.
Man, not even VHS tapes, cassette tapes.
I never had a cassette.
We're notorious for that.
My first car had a cassette tape player in it.
Same.
So did mine, and my favorite cassette was Eric Clapton Unplugged.
Hey,
good taste in music.
I had
a
cassette to auxiliary cords. So
yes.
Yeah, I always wondered how those worked when I was younger.
Dude, I just remember.
Yeah, me too.
I had one of those
I don't know how they work, but they worked for my purposes.
They worked perfect.
Did y'all have those like portable DVD players that you could like watch movies on during road trips, and you would just open it up, put the DVD in, it was just DVD player screen. That was it.
Yep.
No, my family was like suffer.
Yeah, or the old like in-car infotainment where it was the
like
screen
little,
that you dropped down. Yeah,
they still have
the old
those.
school. No, I'm talking about the old school ones.
Yeah, I remember.
Because the new ones,
brother,
they're all fancy. They're all integrated.
Yeah, my brother and I very much redneck engineered an Xbox 360 into my mom's 2007 Honda Odyssey, I think it was.
2007 Odyssey.
No, we took a road trip to Florida, and we were playing Lego Star Wars on that tiny screen, and that's a split-screen game, so it made it even tiny.
It's
we
smaller
played Halo
than
3.
your phone.
Yeah, no, it was like
the eyes of
it was like 12 by 8 inches. Like,
nah. No, some of the new ones, they're fucking massive.
Hey. Fuck you, Ryan. I will have you know my very first TV in my bedroom was a 12-inch TV.
Yeah, I did not hear the number. You cut out.
It cut out pretty bad.
It was a inch TV.
No, it's a 12-inch TV.
Okay.
No,
it was a tiny TV ball.
Nah, the newer in-car like screens, they're fucking massive. A couple weeks ago, I was driving home from work, and this dude in front of me with an Escalade had his kids in the back watching Finding Nemo. And for damn sure, I was watching it too.
This is like that clip in Family Guy where Peter was driving but trying to watch the show with the kids.
Oh, yeah. Next thing you know, he's in the other person's car and there's no one driving his.
Yeah. That's what it felt like. I was sitting there behind him because, we're in pretty bad traffic on one of our major toll roads. So it's maybe like 15, 20 miles an hour after work at fucking 5 p.m. So I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I'm going to watch the whole entire Finding Nemo before I get to my exit.
Yeah. Now, dude, I found an appreciation for driving at like 2 in the morning because there's no traffic. It's
dude,
so nice.
I miss my 5 a.m. start time because it's just me and that one asshole cop on the road.
And then the one random trucker.
I would like driving at night because of that, except I have astigmatism. So it
me
makes
too.
all the lights all
so do I.
Too.
No, I have it too, but I got used to it. Like,
so it's really not that
but
bad.
I have that perception.
Is yours really bad? Is your astigmatism really bad?
It's not terrible.
Because mine isn't, and I can enjoy driving at night. But most of the time, I'm on roads that don't have very good lights.
Yeah, so
Ryan
for me,
can attest to this.
Yeah, for me, driving at night is fine, but it's like driving when the sun is setting is the worst for me.
Oh fuck yeah, you can't see shit.
Hold on. If you think that's bad, try driving west towards Texas while the sun is setting on I-10, and the sun is setting in your eyes.
That's
Like,
when you
it's
see the
just
people with their hats
there
on,
the
their
whole time.
sunglasses on, and their sun visors down all at the same time.
And you're
Yeah.
looking through this little tiny window.
Yeah,
And
you're looking through
going
this
over
small little
the
bitty
I-10
thing.
bridge, and you're afraid that you're about to die.
Oh my god.
I can't see, I can't
I've
see, I
made
can't
that
see.
drive before. Caleb knows, and it is painful
Oh,
on
yeah.
the way home. Caleb, what time
It
did I
is.
leave the following day? I think I left at like 10 a.m. to avoid all of that.
So you left Lake Charles, I think it was like 10 p.m. and then you got a hotel in Houston.
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't
remember.
Houston. It was about 30 minutes away.
Orange or Beaumont, maybe?
No, it was still in Louisiana. It was more north. I can actually pull it up, but
Houston,
Maybe-
Texas would be
maybe like
very out of the
DeRitter.
way.
I don't remember.
Well, no.
All I know is I had
Houston,
points.
Texas would not be way out of the way because you go I-10 to
I went
Houston and
around
then
it.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Am I not signed in?
I haven't left Texas in so long. I cannot wait to go. Kyle, our online friend Serena, I was invited to go to Thanksgiving with her and her family. And they're like loaded. And so they're having it at a country club.
Oh, it was
I'm-
sulfur.
Oh.
I'm
in
flying to
Sulphur.
Kansas. I am leaving Texas for the first time since 2015 next month. I cannot wait.
I try my hardest not to leave ever. The only
I have
time
to travel
left
for work.
for an extended period of time
Right.
was due to Hurricane Laura, and I stayed in Texas.
Hey, 2 weeks ago I was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I travel
Oh.
for work.
I used to live in Sulphur, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I stayed over there at one of their Hilton places. It was a
Okay.
nice day.
That's one of the new ones that came up after Laura, I think.
Yeah, let me see here. Which one was it? Yeah, it was the Doubletree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty nice.
A lot of them got renovated after Laura and
Some-
Delta.
Yeah,
Still
it looked
process.
brand new because we have a
Yeah.
Doubletree right outside my apartment, and it looks like shit. But it was also built really, really early when the highway was being built.
In
so.
Sulphur, that hotel that was right across the street from Lowe's
Mm-hmm.
burned to the ground.
What?
I believe that.
Damn.
So,
All right.
Tracy brought up another topic since Ryan's looking at his phone and would prefer to talk to whoever he's talking to than to bring up an actual
Look,
topic of
I'm in
conversation.
group
I don't
chats.
want to hear it.
Hey, did y'all not see the
For
one that I posted?
School projects.
Hey, sir,
School projects.
sir. So you okay? Let's bring
projects.
up this topic of conversation. So you mute everyone else's group chats, but your school projects.
Because I'm
dare
trying to
you.
graduate,
Explain.
not talk to y'all.
He's not trying to graduate. We all know this.
I'm trying to graduate, bro.
Dude,
You couldn't
everyone
graduate
milks out their
kindergarten at your
college.
age.
What?
I did not hear a word you just said.
Ryan, you couldn't graduate college at your age.
Yeah,
Not
yes,
college. You couldn't graduate kindergarten at your age. God damn it, the joke
think you-
failed.
yeah, it
You're
did.
dumb. You're
Like, what do you
dumb.
mean? I've already applied
You're
for
dumb.
graduation. Like, huh?
Imagine having to apply for graduation.
That's
Ugh.
how my university works.
Imagine having a GED.
Yeah.
Not me.
Dude, it sounded like the
He's so
construction outside
dude.
just
The
dropped a-
ADHD on this man.
Okay, no, I'm sitting here doing this podcast and I just hear metal pipe falling sound effect outside my apartment where there's construction going on, followed by a scream. So something just happened out there.
That window shows me the street, and every time a car goes by, my brain's like, gotta look at it.
Oh, my
That
window
was-
is permanently blinds down because if I look out it, it's highway.
Oh god.
And I'm like,
Said,
ooh, car.
I can't see.
See,
I'm
my
blind.
window has a straight shot at my shed out back. But the
Oh
next
wow,
topic
you're
of
cool. You have a
conversation.
shed.
My great grandfather built it. Actually,
I have a one-car garage that has 2 cars in it.
Caleb
Fuck you.
has tried to transition to the next topic 5 times.
Yeah, no, fuck him. We're not gonna let him.
Focus. Focus.
Focus, guys. We're trying to be more professional. This is the 33rd episode, and we still keep fucking it up.
Yeah, we're really good at it.
If you want to get sponsors,
Plant.
you can't
Plant.
curse until you're big.
Plant.
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 Plants.
This podcast is an industry plant.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
All right. No, did anyone see what I posted in the podcast chat?
Yes.
Let me
About the
transition to my
No,
topic.
no, fuck
Kyle.
you, Caleb. Caleb, your topic is useless. Okay, go, Caleb.
Okay.
Nope, don't care.
In 2023, do you guys think that games are too long?
No.
No.
I think it depends on the game. Assassin's Creed Valhalla was way too long because it was boring and it couldn't captivate your attention, and I couldn't even finish it as an Assassin's Creed fan. But I don't think something like The Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk is too long because they managed to keep it interesting the whole time.
The Witcher 3 is not new. Are you
Didn't
talking
say
about
it was
modern
new.
games, Caleb?
Yes, modern games.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the point still stands. I think it just depends on whether or not the game is good. Because if it's
So-
good
Yeah,
this long, I
like,
don't care.
railroaded stories that have very little essence to them shouldn't be that long, in my
Well,
opinion, because there's nothing happening.
What classifies as too long?
I feel like too
Like-
long is any time that you lose attention because the game's boring and it's trying to
It's-
just drag on.
It's when you pick up your phone during cutscenes because you don't care anymore.
And they're unskippable.
Basically.
Unskippable.
Unskippable 5-minute ad.
I think it literally just depends on the game and how invested you are. Like Baldur's Gate 3, even though I'm not that far in and the game's really massive, I'm still super invested. But like if like a Call of Duty campaign was 100 hours long, I would not finish it.
Oh, fuck that.
I would not.
Like I think the question kind of stems from like even something like Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War Ragnarok or Death Stranding. Something that's between 40 and 80 hours. Like, do you believe that that's asking too much from the gamer?
If the game
Well,
should
wants
it-
to put in the effort, I'd say no.
Well, yeah, but should it?
This circles back to the conversation we had like last episode. Like, would you rather have a game of like good quality or just a game that you could just play forever? And I think it just really depends on how much you like the game and what you want from the game, right?
Yeah.
Because like even if the COD campaign was really high quality, I'm gonna go play multiplayer after like 5 hours. I'm sorry, like that's
Well,
what COD is for.
no,
Yeah,
I
there's
was-
only
I
so
was
much you
like-
can do going up against AI.
yeah. I always like games that are roughly around the 40-hour mark. Because that means I've put enough time into it. At least 2-3 weeks worth of my time was put into playing that game.
Yeah.
If it's longer than that, I'm fine with it. But if it's like over 100 hours just to complete the main campaign, fuck it. Too long. I don't have the time to do that.
Why is
Yeah,
my
like because
desktop,
even
like, 86%
even a
battery?
game
What?
that is fantastic and keeps you like invested the whole time. Like I loved Red Dead Redemption 2, but past a certain point, it kind of felt like it was trying to pad its own time. It was trying to push itself longer and longer. So like
I had a
even
really
something
big
that was
campaign.
absolutely invested or that you're absolutely invested in, do you think that like what do you think your limit is for something like Ryan, for instance, let's ask you first. For something like Baldur's Gate 3 or Cyberpunk 2077,
I think
what is your limit if they made their story X amount of hours? You would be like, okay, this is good, but like I want to play something else now.
yeah. So I think
Because that's the
now-
whole point of the question,
Yeah,
right?
with me, I do like to do a lot of the side stuff in RPGs. So, but the main story alone, I think, should be no longer than, and this is on like the very long end, like 100 hours. Should not take you over 100 hours to beat a main story. I think that's where it should cap off.
Yeah. I would cut that back to like 40, personally.
But like he's talking about big sprawling RPGs,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm saying
talking
no longer. Like my preferred runtime would maybe be 60 hours,
Mhm.
but no longer than 100.
Yeah, I was just looking at my games that I've played, and majority of them sit in the range between 35 to 100 hours.
Yeah, and I think that's my biggest thing with Bethesda RPGs. No matter how much I'm invested in the beginning, past a certain point, I'm like, look, I just want to play something else. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even 50 percent done with this and I have 35 hours in it, like I'm just going play something else. I'm done. Like,
That was me with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That was the first game that I really felt that with. I'm like, this game is fun. And then I looked at the little PlayStation progression icon for the main story, and it's like 25%. And then I looked at my playtime, 40 hours. Huh?
Dude. So, have any of you played SnowRunner before?
No.
no.
No? Do you know what it is?
Is that the
game?
No, that's the
SnowRunner?
trucking game.
Yeah, so that game, I have 80 hours in the game, and I'm only like 50% complete with the achievements.
Well, yeah, but so that kind of game, like a simulation game.
Yeah, those, I don't mind them having kind of
Yeah.
like an endless story.
Yeah, because it's like, that's even like lawn mowing simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the story's not meant to be like compelling. It's just meant to, hey, I want to go cut some grass.
Same
You
with
know?
House Flipper.
So, like, talking about how many hours we stick on games, Bethesda it controls my life pretty much.
Yeah,
And this
I
is
can
not
attest
even
to that.
not even counting console hours, just what I have on desktop. I have at least 160 hours in Oblivion, but I have way more on the Xbox.
I was expecting a higher number with the way that you were talking about.
But no,
How do I...
here
what the-
Me, I have like 2,000 hours in Arma 3.
I got 507 hours in Elder Scrolls Skyrim, not counting what's on the Xbox.
Mhm.
It's
I mean,
just-
that's how I am with Grand Theft Auto 5. I have 400 hours on PC, but I have well over 1,000 on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, so GTA 5, that's probably because of the online, and that's like a live service. And I think
Yeah.
that is kind of the reason why games are getting longer and longer, is because they're all competing for your time. Especially with, I would say that's more the case for live service games compared to like closed package, there's an end to the story single player. Like, there are so many live service games that want all of your time. There's Fortnite, Overwatch 2, Apex Legends, if PUBG still exists, PUBG, Call of Duty.
You know what?
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
you know what
there's
the
endless
Z1
amount-
King of the Kill.
the calling.
Oh my god. No.
And out of all of those games that are competing for your time, Baldur's Gate 3 still sits at the top of the Steam most played list.
What's
Because
the-
it's a quality, like, and I think a lot of
Baldur's
people are
Gate 3.
experiencing.
It's not a
Hey,
battle
close-
royale.
A closed experience
It's
with
not a
no
battle
live
royale.
service elements.
It's not a battle royale.
Owns everyone's time.
if you take all BR games and just push them aside, Baldur's Gate.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think that the entire collective gaming community is just feeling live service burnout because, like, there's so many different games and they all demand so many hours of your time to be able to keep up with all the cool stuff with Elder Scrolls Online, and then there's like New World, and if you play Fallout New Vegas or World
That's
of
a-
We still play
Warcraft, like,
Destiny too.
I don't want to talk about it.
did I say Fallout New Vegas? Because I meant to say Fallout 76. But
You
like
did.
all of those like live service games, and people were just like, "Wait, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that like I can play, doesn't require an online connection. I don't have to sign up for an account to their website. I could just open the game. Play
You do
the
have
game."
to sign
You
up
have
an
make
account.
You do have, yeah.
You know, you can click skip.
What?
To play cross-platform, you have to have an account.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't have cross-platform play. Why would I want to play with somebody on PlayStation?
You got to be all
Have you-
inclusive
not
to your
even-
friends.
it's
that
not even
can't
on
afford a
Xbox
$3,000 computer.
You don't need a $3,000 computer to play Baldur's Gate 3. I can run it on the Steam Deck.
Okay, yeah, but that's at like 10 frames. Trust me,
It
I tried
still
it.
runs.
So
Man, this looks like Valheim.
Yeah, there's another live service game for you. They keep adding more and more updates, but like I think
Valheim is
fun
Unity.
when I played
Fun
it.
facts.
Yeah, I know.
okay, well so then I have a question. Would you guys rather have one game that's the game that you've always wanted but is like super 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 long, or like 2 or 3 or 4 games that are more closed off but you're kind of a fan of them but not like super huge on them? Does that make sense? Like, would you rather have one big game that checks all the boxes for you that takes 100 hours to complete, or like 4 games that
Give me the
take
big
like
one.
10 to 15? Because I would take the big one.
Big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream FPS game will never happen.
My dream game will also probably never happen, so I
So-
sympathize with that.
My dream FPS game would be fighting in every war from the American Revolution on. So you would have guns and different mechanics for every single gun. Obviously,
That would be so hard to make.
because muskets
Oh, yeah,
would
it'd
be
be
completely different
huge.
from an M60, you know?
It would probably
Dude,
be
But,
imagine
like-
the custom
an entire
games like
terabyte.
300 guys with muskets against one guy with an M60 who wins.
It's the dude with the cannon loaded with forks.
This reminds me of that, what is that game?
Grape shot.
Ultimate Battle Simulator or whatever, where you could just
Yeah.
like download
Oh,
mods
totally.
and just watch the AI fight each other.
Yeah, totally realistic battle simulator or something like
I
that.
think it's tabs. Totally accurate battle.
Oh,
Simulator.
totally accurate. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
because I have it. No, since we're talking
Also
about
Unity.
games in Unity, I wanted to bring up a great one that I recently found. Humble Bundle put Deep Rock Galactic on their most recent Humble Monthly. And
I hear
within
that's a
couple
great game.
days, it is a really fun game. It's one of those games that have like endless replayability, and they had to put out an announcement that they ran out of keys for Deep Rock Galactic.
So they actually, whenever they did the bundle for Ukraine, they actually ran out of keys for Spyro Reignited,
That's a good game.
Rise
Things
Son
are
of
childhood.
Rome, and
That's a good
something
game.
else. Luckily, the moment that the moment that I got it, I redeemed every single key just in case.
Yeah. Well, real quick before we move on, I do want to talk about my like dream game that will probably never happen. I want it to happen, and Kyle's also tried to play games like this before too. It's like police simulator patrol officers or like LSPDFR,
Oh, yeah.
but not a mod and an actual good game. I want
Yeah,
like
just
I
a
want
life
an
simulator.
open world Grand Theft Auto
No.
like game where you play as a cop and you can pull people over, run their license plates, breathalyze them, and then it can create dynamic events.
They
where
have-
you blip somebody.
They have
with
a game like that.
They drive. They drive off.
Don't
No,
say
they don't.
flashing lights, Caleb will stab you.
Flashing lights.
I said a good game.
Hey, flashing lights is good. It's just new.
it's new and you have to know, you have to play with people. Like
and it's
if
early
there's no
access.
one on the server. Yeah, but I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
gonna-
I would love a game like The Sims, but in a GTA Online kind of aspect where you can actually drive around. You can go into work
Yeah.
yourself. Each
Why
work
would
is
I
like a
wanna play
mini
a video
game.
game where I go to work?
The Sims
I play video
4
games to
has
forget about work.
Some of that. You would now have go to work with your Sims for certain career paths, like
Yeah.
doctor, police officer.
No, I just want a life simulator where you can choose your own path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then just go outside.
No!
My video game.
Going
It's
outside takes too much
essentially-
money.
True.
Dragon Age
I just spent
Origins
$300.
with Dragon Age 2's mechanics and with Dragon
Damn.
Age 3's appearance.
Oh, what is this?
Isn't Dragon Age a D&D property?
No, it's BioWare.
Yeah.
So no. I know it's BioWare, but isn't it like in the D&D universe? I've heard
No.
a lot of people talk about how a lot of the
its own
creatures
universe.
are.
There are similarities for sure.
So you're
but
telling
can
me
find
mythical
that across
creatures
the
look like
board with
mythical
any
creatures?
RPGs.
You're telling me that this dragon in Skyrim's not a dragon from D&D, but D&D had dragons.
No, actually, the dragon in Skyrim is Macho Man.
It's a
Randy
wyvern. Yeah,
Well,
fair.
with my mod, it's Thomas the Tank Engine flying around in the sky.
Savage. What a basic one. It's always Macho Man Randy Savage.
Boop, 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 boop,
The
boop.
Turn all the
intro.
giants into Shrek.
But no, BioWare's Dragon Age IP is not set in the D&D universe.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't remember where exactly I heard that from, but I remember hearing it very vividly.
Yeah, I think a D&D stream would be interesting. If we try to like get tabletop simulator going and we play D&D together.
I'd
Oh
be
my
fine
God.
So,
with that. I like D&D.
There's
I've
a
never done a
game.
campaign before.
You
There's a
haven't?
game called Sentinels of the Multiverse
It's called
that I
Baldur's Gate.
played with my friend Landon yesterday for the first time.
Uh-huh.
That's a fun game. That it's like cooperative. So everybody picks a superhero and you all fight against a supervillain.
I've not heard someone
And-
use the full word for co-op in a long time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
cooperative.
Jesus Christ, Caleb.
It is cooperative.
What's
Trying
it
to
called
be
again?
wise and smart over here.
Mutants and Masterminds is a tabletop RPG where you play as superheroes that you create and you fight against villains that are either created by your DM or already in the book.
Well, see, this one isn't. Sentinels of the Multiverse doesn't have die. It's a strict card game. Like, it's not a deck building game. It's literally you have like action cards, and like it all comes as one
so
set.
It's Midnight Suns.
I haven't played Midnight
This
Suns.
game is similar to games you've played. Uno is what it says on Steam for me. Also,
wait,
did you see
what is
the game that you're talking about, Sentinels of the Multiverse? It's related to Uno.
There's a PC game for it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
The hell?
I thought you were talking about
Bro,
this.
No, it's a
$10.
tabletop.
They might have.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
It's $10. It came out December 22nd, 2014.
Uno was originally a in-person card game, but it is.
Yeah, I
now
thought he was
PC.
he was like, "There's a PC version. You can play Uno online." What?
No, I know.
Also,
Sentinels Omnibus
I
collection.
tried to say this
God.
earlier. Why does it say my desktop is at 86% battery? It's plugged into the wall.
Windows 11 thinks it's a laptop. Classic. I fixed that problem. Don't worry.
Why 86%? I thought it was because I was plugged into the UPS. But
No.
the UPS is at 100% now because the power's
Yeah.
been back on for an hour and a half.
Do you have a
2
USB
hours.
cable plugged into your UPS by any chance?
I do.
Good. I don't.
You were the one who
I
told me to
don't.
do it.
Yeah. I lost a USB cable.
Bruh.
So. And I don't feel like going to buy a damn printer cable. Probably got one
Dude,
somewhere.
this is
I have
freaking
like
crazy.
Because like
Yeah, I have a lot of them,
uses
but-
one. My amp uses one. That's how I plug my amp into my.
Caleb's over
computer.
there having a little crisis.
Yeah, he's just like. Well, I thought
No,
he was
no,
talking about the
'cause-
online game. That's why I
So-
looked it up on Steam.
So,
And look, Rook City Madness. Holy hell, this is.
I thought he just said Rock A City. I was like, oh, a payday,
Crime
a
Boss
payday
Rock
clone?
A City. Yeah. That's such
Yeah.
like a
So-
discount
Symbols
bargain
of the
bin name
multiverse, there it
too.
is.
Hey,
Crime Boss Rock
well,
A
Caleb's trying to find out what the hell he's doing with his life.
God
Have
damn
y'all
it,
ever
guys.
looked at how expensive it is to create certain games?
It's crazy.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about like development costs and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you? Do you know what the development cost for like Halo Infinite was compared to the return that it got when everything crashed and burned?
Well, no, the reason why I
was
wanted
like-
to bring it up is, do you know how, or well, like an expansion for a game, right? You pay $20, $30 for an expansion to a game that you already own. CD Projekt Red spent $80 million on Phantom Liberty.
How much of that went to Idris Elba?
Jeez. Right.
And they sell it for a $30 expansion. How long are they going to get their money back?
Or like how long until they make a return on their investment?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's their player base, and how
I-
many of, and then
I
from
don't know.
that pool, how many of those players can
Yeah.
afford that $30 price tag to tack onto a game they already own?
Yeah.
Well, so look at SteamDB and then look at the player count from the week after the DLC dropped, and you can probably get an idea of how many people on Steam alone
I
purchased.
think
and played.
I think you can do expansions. Let me check. SteamDB. No, I was just scrolling through and I saw that pop up. I was like, damn, $80 million for an expansion?
I mean, they also
well, there is
turned the entire
100
reputation of the game around with this expansion, though. There was also the big
Yeah.
2.0 update. Like, this was the redemption arc of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I mean, there is 173,000 playing
yeah,
right now.
they really didn't do very well on releasing Cyberpunk, especially
I-
with their AI being.
I
worse
got it on
than
the
GTA
PS4.
5.
I will
Powerful.
die on the hill that Cyberpunk 2077's release would have been fine if it never came out on last-gen hardware. It should have
Yeah.
never been on the PS4 and Xbox One.
I
See,
agree with you.
I will die on the hill that if gamers would have kept their entitled ass mouths shut and didn't say, "Oh, we promise we won't be mad if it's broken whenever you ship it," then
No,
it wouldn't have had a bad release. I'm sorry.
I
Not
bought Cyberpunk on the PS4
Why?
because at the time I didn't have a very powerful computer. It wasn't up to par to play Cyberpunk, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy it on the PS4, blah, blah, blah. Refunded that bitch immediately.
Yeah, so like I had
It
a
was
good
so
experience
bad.
with Cyberpunk 2077 at launch, but I played on a PC with a 3090 in it. So like, of course, I had a good experience. I had the top of the line computer, but like, I only encountered one game breaking bug, but it was a very annoying one, and it's where nothing was taking any damage. I couldn't kill enemies, and enemies couldn't kill me. So I sat there with a baseball bat smacking somebody like 15 times in a row, and then I noticed he wasn't taking any damage. And then I looked at my health as he was unloading enemy and realized it wasn't going down. Like,
Hey, what happened around September 2022 with Cyberpunk? Because there was a massive. It went from 15,000
Edgerunners.
players to 136,000.
Edge runners.
The anime.
Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge
yeah,
runners.
yeah. That makes sense.
It was a really. That's like one of the only animes I've ever seen, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't make me get started on the damn
The fans
rabbit hole
waiting
that I went on.
to have third-person cameras for Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah,
Modders have already
so-
done that.
Well, but they're talking about for the sequels. So there's
Yeah.
going to be
Oh.
another Cyberpunk game. It's already entered early development supposedly, and they're going to, or they're not going to, but fans are asking for a third person, like camera. Like you have third person in your vehicles, but they're talking about like when you're walking around on foot, they want you to be able to go in a third person. And so my question to y'all is like, do you prefer first or third person, and why? Like I prefer first person because it's more immersive. You know, I don't look at myself in the back of my head. I
Depends
don't.
on the game.
It depends
It
on the
also
Yeah.
depends on the implementation in the game. But like in
It
Skyrim,
depends.
I walk around in third person. But when it comes to combat, I immediately scroll my mouse wheel into first person.
Yeah. So, for me, if I spent who knows how long in character creation, which I prefer to do, I prefer games with character creation because I like to look nice.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to see all of my hard work occasionally. And yeah, in Skyrim, in combat, it's just easier to fight in first person. So I'm one of the versatile people who want kind of both.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Well, here's an odd one. When it comes to driving, first or third person?
Third.
First.
100%.
Third.
First. Yeah.
I said
mean-
third. Oh.
I'm
Kyle
first
said
person.
first.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Contrary,
I mean,
huh?
Yeah, I mean, you also you really enjoy racing
I
games,
also,
so maybe
yeah,
you
I
like
also
to be
have
immersed.
way
have a
too many
race-
hours.
Do you have a race wheel that you
No,
play?
he has a whole rig.
Yeah, I have a whole rig.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've sat in it, and my tall ass barely fit.
Yeah.
Like-
No, I prefer first person over third person because if you're playing a racing game and you're in third person, it's basically cheating because you can see where you're going to hit.
That's why.
Whereas
I
in
love
first
third
person, it takes skill to know the width of the vehicle. So, I mean, whenever I'm like cruising around town, I'll go into third person to see sights and stuff. But if I'm doing like a race or something, it's automatically first person.
But to the point of
I do like
character
the cockpit
customization,
view.
Yeah, the cockpit
Like-
view looks. Oh,
It is cool, but like I also like to see the car. Like if it's a game where I grind to get a fancy car, I would like to be able to see the car that I grind.
yeah, yeah. Like in the Crew Motorfest. Yes, I'm bringing this game back up, Caleb. Fuck you. They have an option to limit races to cockpit view only. But then the
That's
moment you get out of
cool.
that cockpit view, it goes back to your old camera.
Yeah.
That's
Plus,
like when I
whenever it comes to like motorcycles in racing games, first person is always going to be better.
I do
Yeah.
agree with that one. No, but like when I
Dude.
played
You just get better control.
when I played a lot of like DayZ, I would prefer first person only servers because if you went into third person, you could like you could angle the camera to see over walls and shit.
Arma 3 angle peeking.
Yeah, so like I played a lot of like DayZ with first person only, where like the server owner would just disable the ability to go into third person entirely.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it like depends on the game. Like a shooter, I would prefer that to be in first person. But like Assassin's Creed, I don't want to play that in first person. I'd vomit like with all the parkour.
I would like to see the ability to go into first person.
Yeah, but I don't think
So
parkour
you want to
in first
play
person.
Mirror's Edge?
Mirror's
is what
Edge,
you-
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, how long has it been since the last Mirror's Edge? Like almost
No,
10
no.
years?
See, I
No,
like
there was-
Mirror's Edge, so
Fuck you, Ryan. There was only one Mirror's Edge. That
There's
is
Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst. What do you mean? There's
Mirror's
two.
Edge Catalyst isn't a Mirror's Edge game.
No,
Fuck
it's
you.
not.
It's literally
So-
called Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Well,
Have
okay.
you played both of them?
I've
Yes,
only
I
played
have.
Catalyst.
Well, then that's your
Okay.
fucking problem.
Okay, ignore the argument. I made it even worse, okay? I loved Mirror's Edge, so I gave myself a vomit-inducing simulator, a.k.a. called Stride. It's Mirror's Edge VR.
Oh gosh.
Oh God.
It is vomit-inducing.
I could never. I'm terrified of heights. If you put me in a VR simulator for Mirror's Edge, I would quit.
No,
Oh, so you would love, if that's the case, you would love, I think it's like a game called The Long Board or something.
The Plank Experiment.
The Plank Experiment.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen the videos where people just fall into the TV? Like, he knows he's standing on the carpet in his living room. That's where he is. But then he puts on the headset and goes, no.
No. The perfect thing is you actually take a piece of wood. You know, you go grab like a
what
2x4. No. You'll get like a 12x2 or a 2x12 or a 2x6, something wide enough that your feet don't just roll off the edges, and you just make them walk on the plank of wood. And it is terrifying. I've tested it, and like it actually trips your fucking brain out because you can feel the edges of the wood.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. I don't know.
So somebody actually did that, and they were on all fours on the wood, freaking the hell out.
I've seen that video.
And his wife is like, "No, baby, just come back, just come
Rich's
backwards."
Plank experience.
And he's like, no, I can't move. And she's like, come backwards. He's like, I can't move.
Take the
So
headset
she just walks up to him and just pushes him down with her foot. And he throws the headset off, freaks out. Oh, it was great.
I don't think I've seen the same video you have then.
I've been in VR for so long that I can just disconnect the fact that it's VR. So I'm like, okay, I know this isn't reality. I know that I'm in this 4 foot by 4 foot area. And because of that, I've never punched my wall, Jake.
Look, the only reason that
it feels like that's something Ryan would have done too.
Well,
no, Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
No, well, so Jacob came over to my old place and played a game called Gorn. And to play Gorn, to move, you have to for some reason, you have to thrust your arms back to move.
You can change it now, but I hate that movement.
Okay. But that's the way the movement was when he played it, and he was doing that. And then it's also like a gladiatorial arena game, so you have to move like this, and then swing a sword, and then move you look really stupid playing it, but it's a lot of fun. But he forgot how close he was to my wall, and I even turned on in my headset the grid. Like when you get too close, to my wall, a grid in VR would come up. But there was an enemy behind the grid, and I watched him on my screen swing past the grid and punch the wall and then scrape it. And this was with the Valve Index controllers, which are $300. And the controller was perfectly fine, but it left it left a long black, it rubbed off some of the paint off of the controller on the wall.
It was just
And then, a couple months later, I just put a painting up over it or something just to hide the fact that there was a black mark on the wall. And then when we moved out, we had to retouch that entire wall because I stuck so many things with adhesive to the wall, as I also did here. So,
security deposit gone.
Bro, my neighbor who moved out didn't get her security deposit back because there was 8 crumbs on the floor. So,
dude,
damn, you have an asshole landlord then.
All landlords are assholes.
Yeah, I literally paid to steam clean all of the carpets, did everything. And she's like, "Oh, there was a stain on the carpet." And I'm like, "Where? Come back and show me." "Oh, I can't let you in the apartment once you moved out." And I'm like, "The hell you can't? You charged me 6 months worth of rent to move out despite 2 of your managers saying that I can leave thanks to a change of life." Because my dad had a stroke, I had to move across the thing. But they forced me to keep across the state. They forced me to keep my lease for 6 extra months.
Fuck that, dude.
And I was finally able to break it around June or July. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, you just had to show proof." I'm like, "You mean to tell me you charged me 6 months of rent because all of you told me a third of the story?"
No,
I was pissed.
That's why when I moved into this place that I'm in right now.
Yeah, but that was 2 years ago.
My dad's girlfriend and I went through and
3
literally
years
took
ago.
pictures of every single thing that was wrong with this apartment the day that I moved in, and all of those pictures are time stamped that day as well.
Yeah.
And so like there's a crack in my window in my living room that's been
Still?
there. There's like also paint. Do you think they would fix that?
Dude, they wouldn't give you a new fridge.
It took them 6 weeks to replace my air conditioning during the summer when it was out. 6 weeks. I had like 3 window units in my apartment, and like it was really, really jank. And they had to replace this entire air conditioning system in my unit because this complex was built in like the 80s. They drilled holes in
location.
like they retrofitted internet. I can see the lines in my closet where they just drilled holes in the wall for internet. Like,
Oh boy.
I am happy to say I don't have any of y'all's experiences.
I also
No.
had some random like cracked out lady come to my door at like 2 in the morning the other day.
The best advice when you move into an apartment is don't ever expect your security deposit to come back.
This
Yeah,
is a
never.
home. I'm in
And
a
just
house.
don't give a shit
I
about
own my own
caring
home
for it.
now.
Just don't give a shit about
By
owning
the
it.
time I have the money to buy a home, it's going to be $700,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom,
Out in the
200
middle of
square foot
fuck all.
box. Cost of living crisis.
Ugh.
I'm never going to be able to afford anything.
I love you, Dad. Thanks for fucking it up.
I blame the government. Conspiracy podcast.
Can all the old fucks
I blame
in
the baby
Congress
boomers.
just peacefully move on to the next life soon, please?
Wow. Hold on. No. We're not going that far, Ryan.
Please.
We're
No,
gonna
they
have
don't-
to cut
They
that. No.
bought
I'm
their
gonna have to
houses
cut.
for 17 cents in a box of Cheez-Its. It's not fair.
No, it was a loaf of bread. Get it right. It was
Okay,
10 cents.
yeah. Cheez-Its didn't exist back then. My bad.
When was Jesus?
No,
No.
but like we need age diversity in the government. Is my point. Like desperately, we need age diversity.
They're working
it's
on
bad.
it. They're working on it. Just give it a couple years and they all just fucking keel over.
Yeah.
Well, they might just become superhuman at this point. They've been in fucking office.
They're
for too
lizard
long.
people.
Cheez-Its, they were invented in 1921.
Wait. Whoa.
Damn.
How old's the oldest person
Did
in
you
the
really
government
go down that rabbit hole just to?
right now? You really did.
Hey, Ryan.
I have to
Ryan.
Google everything that comes into my brain. You don't understand.
Ryan.
That's ADHD.
Ryan, I have to ask you a question.
I have to give you an answer.
Look at your camera preview. What the hell is that dot over your shoulder?
Oh, that's blinking on the
No.
blinking on the door.
It's below the banana.
That's not a dot. That's just reflection of the lights in here.
No, there's a little dot. It looks like it's on the couch, and I thought it was a dead pixel on my monitor.
Oh yeah, I see it
You
too.
see it?
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
irritating
I
me.
see it.
I was like, damn, do I have a dead pixel on my monitor?
Can
And then he
somebody,
raised his shoulders.
Screenshot my camera playback and circle it for me because I don't know what you're talking
If you
about.
just
Yeah, I'll
click
do
on
it.
the room, you can see
Here,
your
I'll do it.
camera.
Give me a second.
I see
He's-
my camera, but I don't understand what you're
He's a
talking
little
about
slow.
This?
No. All right. If you're looking at your camera,
Oh
it's
shit!
gonna
Why
be
is
over your
Right shoulder.
right shoulder.
here, Ryan? I'll just send you a screenshot real quick.
There's no flashing light right
All
there.
right, look.
No,
stop.
it's not. It's solid.
It's not flashing. All right, put your arm back out. Welcome to the troubleshooting podcast, guys. Move back to your right,
Here, Ryan. I'll just send
right,
you a screenshot. There you
down.
Okay, Kyle sent me a screenshot.
go. Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm quick with it.
I have a baby.
It's like the corner of the couch. Yeah, right there. What is
Yeah,
that?
that's not a light. This is a camera.
Okay, dude. I thought it was a dead pixel on my screen for the entire time until you shrugged your shoulders and it went away. I was like, oh, thank God.
You're sitting here in the back of your mind going like, not my OLED, not my OLED, not my OLED.
I was like, not a dead one. No, stop.
Yeah, no, like this has a thread on it. You can thread your camera on.
Okay, so it was just a reflection of it.
Yeah. And it's
I was
also
like,
like, I have
"Goddamn."
all the lights in my my room. They're usually purple and blue, but I theme them like red and orange because it's Halloween.
Ah,
I also have
You're
bats on my
stupid.
door. What do you mean stupid lights, bro?
no, I'm joking. That was a really good burp.
I got to get into spooky season, man. It's finally the time of year that I like where
Bro,
it's spooky
still
season.
look
it cools
look,
down.
It's not even 10 days into October and it's not spooky season yet. Fuck
It's spooky season.
you. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The entire month of
Christmas time.
October is spooky
Gross.
season because the second Halloween ends, like midnight on the dot is when Christmas time begins. Like,
Yeah.
we just skip over Thanksgiving.
You
Dude,
can hear
I was-
faintly in the background.
No.
I don't want to lie for
No.
Christmas.
No.
So-
Oh, God.
Oh God, I work retail.
No.
No.
No, y'all don't understand.
No, you don't, Ryan. You quit.
Look,
I did not quit.
Look,
I'm
I
on
was
medical
getting.
leave.
So Caleb knows that I was getting my car inspected and alignment done, so I can go get it registered because the state of Texas is fucking annoying. I was sitting there and I was watching the TV that they had in there, and all of a sudden I hear this faint little Mariah Carey. I
Oh,
stood
yeah,
up
that's
and
right.
walked the fuck out.
She's about to become relevant again.
I stood up and walked the
she's
fuck out of that
defrosting.
building.
The
Yeah, she's
defrosting
defrosting.
process ends on midnight, November 1st.
Ugh,
So,
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
since
so
it is
bad.
the beginning of October, I want to ask,
Guoctober.
what
down
spooky
for
season games are you playing this month?
I have the Outlast Trials, and I really want to find some people to play that with. I picked it up a
Spooky
couple months
season
ago.
Games.
That sounds really fun to stream.
Phasmophobia.
I have
I'm down to
Phasmophobia.
stream. Dude, have you tried to play Phasmophobia in VR? Because it's not
It's
scary
cursed.
because it's...
I don't have a VR.
It's
so-
pretty cursed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I thought it would
I
be
don't have
scary,
anything.
but it's just more janky than anything else. Like, I'm sitting there trying to pick up a camera for 10 seconds straight because
You're
like
like-
the hands don't properly collide with it, and then I get my neck snapped by the ghost.
Hold on.
But,
So,
I,
Me
we
over
should
there
all play
trying to grab a
Deceit.
door handle like, come on, come on, come on.
I'm just a little coward. So, me
I
and
had to grab the
Phasmophobia,
controller.
the first time I hear like a breath in my ear, I'm out. I'm in the van, I'm staring at the camera going, I'm looking for ghost orbs, I swear, guys.
And you turn around and see your character's sanity just like slowly starts to tank.
No, I'm probably not gonna play any spooky games. I'm probably gonna replay Mad Max. Honestly,
That's a great game.
I've thought about
Mad Max.
replaying it.
I've never played it. It's been in my backlog for so long.
Yeah.
that I'm focusing on Sleeping Dogs first, and then I'm gonna play Mad Max on the Steam Deck because they both run like
Oh,
beautifully.
my roommate's home.
By the way, 6 days. 6 days and it comes out. 6 days.
No, I don't know what it is, but there's like certain
What
games
comes
that
out in
are
6
just
days?
too damn good. And then you go look at the like when they came out, and you're like, damn, really?
So
Like Mad Max came out in 2015.
Right?
That's how I feel
A
about
great
Borderlands 2,
horror
bro.
game is Home Sweet Home.
What is that?
It's a Korean horror game.
Oh, dude.
Like The Ring?
Home or Home Sweet Home Online?
To my understanding, there's only one, but I could be wrong.
Ah, wrong. You got Home Sweet Home Episode 2, Home Sweet Home Survive, and then Home Sweet Home Online.
I only knew about number 1.
Let's
Not
go
gonna lie
play
to
Fear
you.
3. Why is EverQuote constantly...
Now, my favorite.
That's like the
spooky
8th call
game,
this
though,
morning.
Is like it's a source mod. It's called Cry of Fear. That's probably one of my favorites.
No. Fear 3.
Fear
The first
is
game.
on GOG, by the way.
Like I said, I don't do horror.
Fear 3 is such
Dude,
a good
Home
game.
Sweet Home has VR now available.
So,
by the way,
hold on.
Yeah.
If you don't do horror, you would be the perfect contestant in our experiment we want to do.
What?
Ooh. I burped.
Boo.
Watch. We would essentially record your brainwaves while you watch a scary movie, and then put you in a scary video game.
Spoiler.
Oh, that's like a year and a half out. Like we're nowhere near the capabilities of doing that anytime soon.
No, but I don't really watch scary movies anymore because they don't scare me anymore.
VHS,
Like
though.
VHS was good. That's like a psychological horror. If you haven't seen that, I recommend it. It's
So
I
very
think it's called
gruesome.
Hush.
Final Destination or
Is that
Urban
the
Legends.
deaf person one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
such a good movie.
Hush is also very good. We what year did that come out?
2016.
Okay, yeah, we watched that in my high school sign language class.
Yeah, and then we watched it at your old house.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
It's really good. Caleb, have you ever seen Hush?
No.
Basically, you are the deaf protagonist.
Can you turn off that sound effect, please?
What
Oh,
sound
that's not
effect?
coming from you. Never mind. Where's that coming? There's random audio playing on my computer. Hold on, let me look at the volume mixer. I thought that was Kyle's
It's like,
soundboard
buddy,
this whole time.
No one's things are going off right now.
Are you
No,
Are you a little, you know?
There was a random video playing on YouTube.
No, so Caleb, Hush is a really good movie. Basically, you're a deaf writer who lives in the woods, and you're basically being stalked by a masked killer.
Yeah, forgot about that.
It's such a good movie.
And like, doesn't 90% of the movie take place in their house as well?
It does.
Yeah.
So that actually reminds me of another spooky game called Perception.
Ooh.
It was made by two of the developers behind BioShock. It's a husband and wife, and they your character's blind.
Oh fuck!
So you hear through a form of echolocation. So you tap your cane on the ground, and it it's like echolocation. And we have a whole article on it from 2020. I believe I did it during the pandemic. But like as the winds like go through certain areas, that's obviously sound, so it kind of illuminates some of the area. It's beautiful, and I really love their explanation of why they went with that kind of art style. And they said it's because the root of all horror are the things you can't see. And if you're blind, there's nothing that you can see.
Caleb, did you play Dredge by any chance?
No, but both you and Jeff have suggested that game.
I've heard it's really
Just
good.
play it. Play it.
No, but in terms of spooky games, though, I think my 3 favorite scary games are the Penumbra series, Cry of Fear, and Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Because I remember Amnesia was one of the first games I ever played on my PC. And it was because of PewDiePie. I was a very, very, very big PewDiePie fan in like the early 2010s when he was like popping off with all of his horror game Let's Plays. And I could not beat the game when it first came out because I was like, I think like 13 or something like that, and I was trying to play like this scary game, and I think it was even scarier playing it on a computer that could hardly run it.
Oh,
because like the atmosphere was even more spooky with all the frame jitters and everything. It enhanced the horror experience.
I was Markiplier rather than PewDiePie, but he was also playing Dark Descent around that time.
Yeah. Now, I watched some of Markiplier's old stuff, like his Rust videos that he did with like Bob and Wade or whatever their names are.
Yep, you got it right.
Yeah, those were good. His old intro music too just popped into my head.
Oh yeah, I just looked up horror video games. Fortnite popped up.
Yep.
Well, because Fortnite has the custom like thing.
Got it.
Like you can make your own horror game in Fortnite.
Oh my god, Ryan, remember when we played Slender the 8 Pages on the Xbox?
Dude, I forgot about Slender the 8 Pages. And wasn't there like a newer Slender that came out? Didn't get as popular as the 8 Pages, but it was like kind of open area.
I
think I might have it.
Yo, why is Doki Doki a horror game?
It's psychological horror.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah.
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 DDLC.
Slender the Arrival. I thought I owned this. Why do I not?
So,
I had it on the Xbox.
Something about Perception as well. Like I said, you can only see whenever you tap your cane or whenever there's sound. But the more you tap, the more the monster that's hunting you knows where you're at. Like the more noise you make. So you have to be really careful about how much noise you make because it's attracted to noise. It's really interesting.
It would be cool to play a game like that, but where your character's deaf. So you can't tell if you like stepped on like a leaf, or like you can't tell if something happened, or like maybe you have to like open doors, but you don't know exactly how much noise you're making opening the doors or something like that. Like that could be interesting.
Yeah. But
I know there are some that take into account like how loud you're being in real life with like microphones.
Yeah, what game is that?
Actually, so speaking of things that take into account of real life, there's a whole game called I saw Charlie playing it. Fuck. It's called
Charlie?
Vaudeville. The game is called Vaudeville. Moist Critical, if you
I
will.
thought you were talking about Slimesicle. Like, there's a couple famous Charlies who make.
Oh no. I'm specifically talking about
Is it this? Oh, is this that AI like murder mystery game?
yes. So
Yeah, I watched
you
the
either
stream.
you either type your response or you talk your response, and like the AI, like you essentially create the story around you.
This is
as
something
you're talking
that I
to
want to talk
people.
about for sure. Like AI NPCs. Like, I cannot wait for that to become standard in gaming. Like, think of how many cool conversations. Like, imagine being able to walk up to an NPC in GTA like 7 and just have an entire conversation with them.
Well, they already did that for Skyrim.
Yeah, there's mods for. Of course, it was Skyrim too. Of course, Skyrim
Well,
gets
Skyrim
AI
is so
NPC
easy to
mods.
mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyrim is-
Like, you can have entire conversations with Lydia now, like through your microphone.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lydia. Like,
Yeah. Now, I mean, that would just be mind blowing. That, well, I mean, it's another reason that people could record your microphone, kind of like a COD did, but whatever. It'd be cool to have like full on conversations, or kind of like, what was the thing? I think it's Sound Attack. I don't remember the name.
LA
Voice
Noire
Attack.
too, but you actually interrogate the suspects yourself.
Well,
Like, you
did
ask
any
the
of you
questions.
ever utilize Voice Attack?
I don't know what that is.
It uses your microphone and your voice to play macros on your computer.
Interesting.
It was really popular for Elite Dangerous, and you could basically say like armed systems, and it'd power up the ship for you, so you don't have
Yeah,
to
that's
touch a
cool.
button. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it knows like
Um,
different phrases.
You actually program the phrase.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could say target bogey, and it'll change from no targeting to enemy targeting. It was pretty cool.
That's really cool. Like, I
Yeah.
can't wait for like. I think we're getting close to like what I would consider the apex of video game immersion. Like, imagine like a GTA like game in virtual reality with artificial intelligence powered NPCs, where you could just have full conversations like with your own brain and your own microphone into the game world, and it'll like understand what you're saying, and you could just talk to somebody in virtual reality, but they're not
Yeah.
an actual person in like VR chat. Like, they're
Yeah.
AI.
So, Ready Player One.
Yes.
Yeah, basically Ready Player One.
Well, it's like Ready Player One alpha development stage, like 0001. Like, it's not going to be as crazy. Like, you're not going to put on the headset and
Bro,
feel
it's just
like
Roblox
you're
VR. That's Ready Player One right now.
there. Dude, did you hear that Roblox is trying to add a dating segment to the game?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's the last thing.
It's a children's game.
Yeah.
Why are you making it a dating simulator?
Why not, bro?
Because Roblox is full of pedophiles. That's why.
I mean, yeah.
It's true. Any game
Which
that's
is why
marketed
they
towards
shouldn't do
children and it's online is going to be chock full of.
Especially
Yeah.
if it's free.
Well, that was VR chat's problem before they put the
Was.
age restriction.
What do you mean?
Well, it
was?
still is. Sorry, it still
Every
is.
single
What is
child that
this?
I come across, if I hear somebody that sounds like they're under the age of 18, I just immediately block them.
Yeah.
It's the same
I have
as
had
that.
full groups of children
Yeah.
follow me around screaming, "Why did you block my friend? Why did block?" Like,
Because you're literally 12. You're playing on your PSVR that your mom bought you.
I can hear your parents arguing in the background, bro. You live at home. What do you mean you're not 12? Like, shut up, blocked. I don't have time. No,
But you know what we definitely don't have time for? We are at
The
an
sponsor.
hour and... God damn it. We're at an hour and 9 minutes-ish.
Hour and 10.
Hour and 10? All right.
hour and 9 for me.
If y'all
So,
want to play
our
Phasmophobia
last-
sometime, just let me know.
All right.
Whoa.
Sacrifice myself.
I want to do our last topic of conversation. What are you guys playing? Let's start
COD.
with the new gal, because we already know Kyle's fucking COD.
You know what I'm playing.
Skyrim.
It's Baldur's Gate.
Oh. Yeah.
Fair. All right, fine. Ryan,
I opened it with Baldur's Gate.
Assassin's Creed Mirage right now.
how is that?
It's actually
No one
not that
cares.
bad.
I heard it wasn't half bad, but it definitely punishes you for trying to go full bore.
That's what the older Assassin's Creed games did, though. It's
Yeah.
an Assassin's Creed game with an emphasis on stealth,
Oh.
not I'm a gladiator, Viking, legendary, unkillable monster
The
that can
Ezio
utilize any
trilogy.
weapon. Yeah, like Mirage. You actually have to use your brain in Mirage, unlike Origins,
one of those.
Odyssey, or Valhalla.
Yeah, we know.
Thank God.
Shut up, Caleb. God.
And it's
I
only
hate-
$50.
Fuck.
I hate when
What
I
about-
get to like Souls combat for stuff, and it's like, stop.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle?
Well, as usual, Call of Duty is a party game. But the Crew Motorfest, I've been playing that a little bit, and I recently got back into Cult of the Lamb.
Oh, nice.
I play that on my
played
Steam
that.
Deck. It
Have you
runs
played,
really great on the Steam Deck.
The new Forza Motorsport?
It's not Forza, buddy.
It's Forza Motorsport and then the Crew Motorfest. It's confusing,
the Crew
right?
Motorfest.
Their names are too similar.
I legitimately just asked if you played it yet. I wasn't asking.
Is there a new Forza?
Yes, there's a
The
new
Crew.
Forza.
No, there's a new.
The newest Forza comes out. It's in like advanced. We were all watching the fucking stream whenever they announced it.
No, I don't like that version of Forza. I don't like the
He likes the
strict, like,
arcadey.
yeah, well, they're both arcadey. I like the open world driving. I don't
Gotcha.
like. If I wanted to go play a track driving game, I'd just go play Assetto Corsa.
Burnout Paradise.
superior.
Fair.
Yeah.
Need
Well,
for
it-
Speed Online is my favorite racing game.
Ryan, get the fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna leave out your door. That's a long drive.
So
Get the fuck out of here. Just take the camera and
That would be really.
but it is on Game Pass, so
Ew.
I want to be racing with you whenever it comes out on Game Pass.
You're a racist.
No.
Get it? 'Cause we're
Whoa.
playing racist games.
No. No. No.
See, I'm not a racist.
No.
I'm not
No.
a fan of
No.
racing
No,
games.
it's a joke about racing games. No, Caleb's still racist.
God. No, I am not.
Kyle's the
Why
racist
the-
here, bro. How many hours do
What?
you have in all the racing games, man?
Yeah, dude. I'm
Actually,
the
no, Kyle is the
superior
racist. He got
racist.
banned from COD voice chat.
Ah.
I'm a
This is
racist
off
because
the
I
rails.
play racing games.
No, you are not a race. Oh, stop saying that.
I want our clips to be taken out of context because that
They're
could lead
always
to
good.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's-
ask Creed and Marig.
All right.
I also want to get back into Assassin's Creed.
I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 Mortal
No one cares.
Kombat 1.
No one cares. No one
Goodbye,
asks.
everyone. Y'all have a
Yeah.
wonderful day. Y'all have a
The,
wonderful day.
Modern Warfare 3 beta is next weekend, by the way.
I know. I'm waiting.
You can play it right now on PlayStation. You have a PS5.
Yeah,
It's
but that
free.
requires pre-ordering it on my PC or on my PlayStation.
No, it doesn't. You can. It's an open beta on PlayStation.
Raw. Is it right now?
I think so.
I don't think so. I was looking at it.
All right, we can stop recording now.
Caleb, go being a
Modern
racist, bro.
Warfare 3 Electric Beagle.
I need to hit the stop button.